Hey guys, what's going on? Odharma here, and welcome back to episode 154 of my Level Up series, where of course I take Hashtag United through the levels of the footballing pyramid. Before we do jump into today's video though, really appreciate it if you will take the time to hit the subscribe button down below if you're interested in Football Manager content. Now, end of the season is here. We've got some stuff has been sorted. We'll run through the schedule anyway and you'll kind of gather where we're going with it, because we have in fact secured Champions League football. Now, since you've been with us, we've played a lot of games and we've done relatively well. Got some good results in there. So since the disappointment of the Carabao Cup final, we drew 0-0 with Watford. Not the greatest result, to be honest with you. We dominated the game, we just couldn't get the job done in the end. We had a lot of clear cuts, a lot of half chances, just, you know, Elaine wasn't firing, Pozzo wasn't firing, Lambert just wasn't working for us, man. It just was not working for us. But then we did bounce back at home. Our home form has been immense this season. We won 5-1. Elaine with a hat-trick. Mattia Di Biasi, Aloni from Tottenham, of course, getting only his second or third start since joining on loan, gets a goal as well. And then Gerardo Luis gets his first goal for the club, which I was super pleased about. A real great goal, cutting in off of the right hand side, hitting it with his left foot, sweet as a nut. But then we tried to get our vengeance against Liverpool, but it didn't end up happening for us. Vina from the penalty spot delivered 3 points for Liverpool, so they beat us twice in the space of a month, which is disappointing. Liverpool clearly have our number in regards to their tactic. It obviously cancels out what we do or how we play, generally speaking. But we did then bounce back late on against Blackburn Rovers. It was a very 50-50 game. A point was a fair result, but this just shows this season that we've had a little bit of luck, as well as obviously players developing and their cohesion coming together a bit more and players performing. Pozzo gets a goal 93rd minute, gets us a valuable 3 points, a monstrous 3 points. Really, it's proved to be great result for us. Then at home, another comfortable 3-0 win over Leeds. Dylan Lambert from the penalty spot and a second goal in the first half to put us 2-0 up, and then Pozzo firing midway through the second half to seal the 3 points and a clean sheet for us to boot. Then we played West Ham, what am I on about? The Hammers, we beat them 2-1, Martelli and Elaine scoring goals in the first half. Ricky Russell getting a penalty late on in the first half kind of made it a little bit nervy, but we did dominate the second half and probably deserved to score a few more goals as well, but they didn't end up coming to fruition. And then Everton, 1-0 defeat Ethan Booth. It was a 50-50 game. It was similar to the Blackburn game, except that we conceded the goal this time instead of us scoring a goal, which was a bit disappointing, because if we would have won that game, you'll see right now that we could be tied on points with United at the top of the Premier League. But unfortunately, we sit in second place. Well, not unfortunate. Second is an amazing result. But 3 points behind United with 2 games remaining now. Chelsea are also hot on our heels, that should be noted. We've secured Champions League football though, which was the main aim for most of this season. Elaine with 27 goals. Can he get to the 30 mark? It'll be a great achievement if he does. He was obviously injured as well part way through this season, so he missed. Well, actually, saying that, he will have only missed 2 league games actually, so I might be wrong in that, but he did get injured, I believe, through the season. But to get to that 30 mark would be mightily impressive. Obviously before that he was hitting 20s, roughly hitting 20 goals in the league, which is still a decent return. But here we go, 2 games remaining, the chance to lift the Premier League trophy. Let's get to it. The first game we have is at home against Burnley. Team's not looking bad. We've got, Martelli's had a bit of a knock, but generally the squad's looking a lot healthier than what it was in the last episode. And coming up to the last 2 games, we really need our best 11 out, which I do believe this team is currently our best 11. And we just... I messed up. I'm an idiot. Why did I go 4-3-3? At home, we never go 4-3-3 at home. We've got a lot of space in behind for a number 10 as well, so we're going to switch that up in a second. Let's go for it. Let's play. Or should we see? We'll see how we get on, and then we'll play it by ear. This is an important game. Games like this are always difficult for the fact that the players start getting nervy, and you never know. It can go either way sometimes. Ooh, United are up against it. That's a big game actually. If Chelsea can somehow pull off a result against United here, that could be big. That could be really big. But they are 1-0 down, unfortunately. Even to get a point off, even a draw for Chelsea and United will really help us a lot, actually. So fingers crossed. That can happen, but we need to make sure we get the job done here against Burnley. They are in the relegation zone, I think. Yeah, they're battling it out with West Ham and Fulham and Norwich. They're all in the mix to get relegated, so we could send them down if we win, pretty much. Send them packing down to the Championship, and United are 2-0 up, which isn't really what we want to see, but let's go for that. Come on boys. Solid start. Could be better though. What on earth is going on here? What the hell? Gatti, deep line playmaker, because I messed up on the tactic for some reason. Pozzo hits one. Oh, solid strike. Getting one on target, half chance. We have to win here to keep pressure on United. We cannot lose or draw. We have to win this game. That's certain if we want to lift the title anyway, but obviously we've overachieved realistically what I thought. I wanted to try and attack that top 6, but we've managed to, yes, Lambert, come on, let's go. Still smashing it in the Premier League, mate. Come on. Dylan Lambert, what a player he's been for us, all the way back in the Championship, and he's still delivering. This has got to be, this is the most goals I think he scored in his whole career for us. Double figures for Dylan Lambert. Let's go, come on. Come on, man. We can do this for sure. Guaranteed 100%. Let's have a look if they've got any players that could be worth pinching. It's always worth a look, as we are getting into the summer transfer. Our transfer budget apparently is 54 million, which is less than we had last season. I think last season we had 70. It's disappointing. 50 million, 54 mil. I don't see how that's even possible, considering we've got secured Champions League football. We should at least get. I'm not saying we should, be getting more than 70 mil, but I think that they should at least match that or be closer to it than 54, because that kind of restricts us a bit in what we want to do in regards to bringing players in, because we need that depth. We need quality, don't get me wrong, and not any old shit. Not buying any old shit, but we do need some depth, because obviously this season we were quite fortunate that we performed without our key players, but we can't risk that again. That happened next season. Julian, lucky. Ooh, Chelsea 2-1, come on. The comeback is on. The comeback is on. Come on, baby. Baby. DBSC. See what he can do. He's played well the few games that he has played, but obviously because he's on loan. And to be fair, Gatti is the better player on paper. But yeah, he's done well DBSC, so it might be thought to try and bring him in permanently. Same with Meekin as well. I'd like to bring him in. The only thing that worries me is just the money. Like, he's valued at 40 million. I'm not prepared to pay 40 million for him. I'm just not. So it might be worth him loaning him back for the last season. But we definitely need to strengthen in the midfield and defence. I think forwards wise we're good. Maybe get another number 10 in behind Gatti, or someone to compete with Gatti. But in the wide areas I think we're good. Strikers, we've got Berry now, and obviously we've got Elaine still. Midfield though, we've got Latour, Chia, that's it. In midfield really, other than Meekin, but obviously he's on loan, so we definitely need to try and strengthen in the midfield. But I'm really struggling to find good enough players, to be honest, to really compete with them guys. Oh, shit, I made a triple sub already. Dominant performance here by the boys, but it's yes, Lambert secures the 3 points. Boom, a brace for Lambert. Come on, let's go. Oh, yes, Lambert is the boy. He's the boy. What a player. Latour, of course. Who else would be assisting our forward players? Nice, comfortable 2-0 win in the end, thank God, and we can just move on to the last game now. Obviously, a win here definitely secures our spot is second now, I think, if United beat Chelsea, but also we're still in with a chance to lift the Premier League trophy. I believe it's going to go down to the last game of the season. We'd like to be in a bit better of a position, like to be in United's position instead of ours, but still. Reyes ends goal drought for United. Great time for him to do that. This guy, we were signing him as like a backup for Julien. He's only costing me 6.75 mil, but he wants a crazy amount of wages, so I'll do that off screen and then come back if that deal can be done, because I don't really want to pay him 100 grand a week. He's worth 100 grand a week, but we'll get to it anyway. Let's jump ahead. Let's just double check that United won. They did win, yeah. So we have secured second, and yeah, last game of the season, it's down to this. It's us v Crystal Palace. Let's get it! Right, it all comes down to this. As you can see right on screen here, we have all the fixtures for today. Main one being United versus Norwich. Can Norwich do it? They're sitting in 16th. It's a big ask for them to do the unthinkable and beat United, but we've got to believe that they can get the job done. As for us, Meekin got a little Achilles, a tight Achilles, so he's going to sit on the bench today. We'll play DiBiase, who's, you know, like I said, been performing pretty well. We're also going to bring, we're going to play Lambert because of that last game. I'm going to believe in him. He's got a brace in the last game. I can't drop him, can I really? That would be a bit harsh. So we've got to believe in this team. If we can get the job done and get the win here, which is going to be tough. You know, this Crystal Palace team isn't as good as it was. Obviously, because they got top 4 in the last 2 seasons, but this season they've dropped off, and they're still sitting in, I think it's 10th. So still a top half finish for Crystal Palace. Got some good players. Players that I would actually like to sign, but just the money is just too much. They want too much from, i.e. Sluggerchick. He's a top centre half, and I'd love to sign him, but as you can see, valued at 64 million. It's just too much, man. I can't afford that. We don't have the money for that, unfortunately. As for that fullback that I tried to sign, I just had to walk away from the deal because he just wanted too much money. Like, I'm not prepared to play a second string fullback. 100. He wanted 110. Well, he wanted 120,000, but I think I could have got him down to about 110. But it's way off the mark. I wanted to more pay him in the range of like 70,000, 60 to 70,000, not double that. It's just ridiculous. So as good as the deal was, and I could have paid the money. I've got the wages to burn, but it's not the right thing to do. I want to spend the wages. You know, if I'm going to spend 100,000, I want to spend it on the likes of Gerardo Luis here. I know he's on the bench a lot, but look at his talent, current ability 3.5 star, potential ability 5 star. I know even if we end up selling him on, I know I'm going to make money on him. And I know he could be one of the best strikers in the world on my save in the future, with a little bit of nurturing and care. So yeah, that for Gerardo Luis, worth it. That fullback, not worth it. Just leave it at that. Pazzo, he's been really coming on leaps and bounds this season in his development. Jenny hits one. Watinho saves. And it's a back and forth game right now. Back and forth game for us. United are winning. That is annoying. They're playing us off the park here. Jesus Christ. Crystal Palace, relax. It's 2-0 to United. It's over. Oh, Pazzo with the goal though. Boom! 18th for the season for David Pazzo. What a turnaround for him. Bagging in goals now. He's going to go on strength to strength, I think. Next season he's going to do as well, if not better. I really do believe that. But he's on a yellow card. We're going to sub him off. And we'll go Martelli as well. Give him a run out. He deserves a run out. To narrowly miss out on the title though. 3 points in it. But we've battled on right to the end. Luis gets his second goal. Come on, Gerardo. Super sub. Utility man. I don't know where his best position is as of right now. I think he's a number 10 in my opinion, but it's difficult. It's difficult because Gatti's just been performing so well in the number 10. I can't really drop him in my opinion. So Gerardo's had to just make do with like coming on the left, on the right, on the left, striker, you know, here and there, just all over the shop really. Zatabi blocked it. I'm just hoping Norwich can get a late goal and then maybe an equaliser, but I don't think it's going to happen. But a solid result in the end for us, a nice 2-0 clean sheet. Can't really complain with that, can we? Can't grumble. Oh, 2-1 Norwich. 3-1. How does that happen? What end-to-end stuff over at Carrow Road it looks like, but 2-0 here. We got the job done. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Norwich did unfortunately lose to United 3-1, which means we ended up in second place this season. But a great achievement. 59 plus goal difference. Going from strength to strength. We can only continue to rise, and hopefully in our final season coming up, we can lift the trophy. Lift the Premier League trophy next season. Manchester United win Premier Division. Rearguard action provides memorable tags victory. Skip that. We receive 43.39 million for being second place. And there you go. English Premier Division. That's just stuff for the England team, England setup. We do actually have the Nations League coming up as well, which is cool for me to play off screen, although it's a lot more games. I've still got European qualifiers and the Nations League. So at the start of next season, I'll show if we did actually manage to lift the Nations League. We're in the semi-finals. I think we're against Spain in the semi-finals, and then I don't know who else would meet in the final. Probably one of the other big European sides. But yeah, solid. So we'll jump ahead now to the end of season awards and see who's won a goal of the season, player of the season, and all that good stuff. Here we go, end of season awards. Let's get to it. So players included into the overall best 11. Who's made it in them? We proudly announce that 2 players who've been considered good enough to enter the Hashtag United overall best 11. Elias Alain was picked out of 2 players. The strikers accumulated 151 appearances and scoring 91 goals, nearly hitting that century for Hashtag United. He'll definitely do that by the end of next season. Average rating of 7.23, what a beast. Jacob Thomas was the other player selected to become part of Hashtag's proud history. So let's have a look then. Overall, here we go. Alain sits proudly at the top of that pyramid. Really good record so far. I mean, Martin McSween had a great record of 111 goals in 215. Alain's gonna smash through that record easily. He'll do it by the end of next season, 1,000,000%. We also have Trenary in there, 144 appearances. Taylor Richards, who went all the way through the lower league levels with us, 224. Anthony McKillop, the centre mid partnership with Joe Budd. a lot of appearances for them. Lucas Steele at left back, nice to see. Silvio Bello in there, which is a surprise. 193 appearances he made in the end, but I don't really ever recall him being my main centre back, but a lot of appearances. Jacob Thomas in there, and Lee Johnson, 263, the most appearances for our outfield player. And then of course Toby Jones, 360, the goalkeeper extraordinaire. Valentin Cherney's in there though, 226 appearances. Dylan Lambert, 207. So we've got some guys who are playing now in that best 11, which is nice to see. End of season awards. Israel Latour gets it. He pips Alain. I'm surprised with that, to be honest with you, but happy. I think he deserved it last season more so than this season. But what a great player. 68 million, 25. Not made an international appearance actually for Spain yet, but a great player. What a purchase for us. He's been Alain there, top scorer, golden boot for Elias. 27 goals in 36 games, very good. And Valentin Cherney, a renaissance for Valentin Cherney in the end. This season's been fantastic for him. 7.25 rating, 10 assists for the fullback. It's amazing. Barry Coop Miners, signing of the season, very good addition to back up Elias. 5 goals in the league this season, only 2 starts, 15 off the bench, so not a bad return. 1 in 3 games or so, obviously coming off the bench mainly, but doing a good job. Young player of the season still is Elias, only age 22, will only get better. There's still room for improvement in him. And there we have it. That is it. That is what we have end of next season, Premier League, top half, Champions League, reach first knockout stage. I believe we can do that. Discuss plans for next season. Shall we go Europe? Top half? Yeah. Yeah, their expectations are still low, so we want to try and keep them on board with that. Smallwood claims Manager of the Year, which is amazing for us. Players named in the Team of the Year: Pazzo, fantastic. Julien as well, and Elaine in there, and Harris. 4 players. Great to see. They all deserve it. They've been fantastic for us, and let's hope we can deliver in the final season. The final season is finally here. It's put in a lot of episodes. A great series, my best ever save. I've got to admit that. It's been the most fun save I've ever done as well. And it will come to an end, but hopefully we can end the series on the high and lift the Premier League trophy. So, I shall see you in episode 155. See you. Bye-bye.